What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the Monday kickoff, guys. We have a lot of things happening this week, and of course we have some juicy news for all of you guys out there. Probably the new patch will drop either tomorrow, either on Wednesday. It seems like usually you get to download it on Tuesday, and then you're gonna have access to it on Wednesday when they actually gonna activate it on the servers. We're gonna get a couple of new things. We're gonna get more space for the champions, and we're gonna get the new things that are gonna allow us to reroll the gear. Now, a lot of people, they feel negative about it. Personally, I feel pretty positive. I know it hasn't been made very clear. I asked Plarium probably like 3-4 times, and I just think that everything gets lost in translation, and they don't understand what you ask them all the time. And I'm still confused after I asked them 3 or 4 times because it hasn't been made very clear. If we level up a piece, is the main stat gonna get locked and only the substats will change, or everything's gonna change? It still hasn't been made clear enough. Now, one thing that I do wanna mention, guys, with those things, if you have pieces leveled up like this, for example, at 16, and on some of them you might have a quad, okay? You might have a quad flat HP, you might have a quad accuracy, you might have a triple quad attack, you might have some stupid rolls that they're not really useful at the moment. You're having them saved up, but you're just not using them. Definitely something to keep, guys, because you can reroll that piece and maybe you're gonna get a quad speed on it. I mean, the chances are still pretty low because all the substats, they're gonna change. But honestly, I'm sure somebody out there is gonna do it. I wish I'm gonna get a quad as well, because why not? I still don't have a quad on a speed gear, but I have quite a few dodgy rolls, like triple HP. This is a pretty good one. I don't think I would roll that one personally, but they are different pieces of gear where you don't have the right substats, and you hit a quad, you hit a triple. Keep those pieces, epics, legendary, guys, because you can transform them into something better. I just hope the way they're gonna introduce the ores is not gonna be through super high rewards in tournaments. They're not gonna replace books and stuff like that. I hope they're gonna be kind of similar with the materials for the forge, like these ones right here. Core hammers, you barely get any, so I feel like it's gonna be pretty much the same situation with those ones. I don't think they're gonna give us too many. But in the meantime, guys, new fusion dropping in. So if we're having a look right about here, actually, let's go straight to Discord. On Monday, January 17th, we're planning to launch a champion fragment event with a new champion, Opardin Clan Feather. Okay. Faction, Barbarians, Rarity, Legendary, Type, HP, Affinity, Magic, because we do live in a world of magic, and every single champion that they release needs to be magic. If no, we're just not gonna be too good. The world is gonna go downhill if we don't have enough magic. Opardin Clan Feather should become a great addition to the Barbarians faction that lacks HP support champions. He has a continuous heal buff in the skill set that will keep your team alive and might have some nice synergy with other champions with this buff. Also, Opardin's passive skill will boost an ally's turn meter each time that ally gets healed by continuous heal buffs. That sounds pretty interesting. Now, if we're having a look at the champion, he looks pretty awesome. I don't know why, but I still feel like this should be a skinwalker. Call me dumb, but I think this champion should be a skinwalker. Just having that sort of armor that kind of gives him the barbarian touch, and having that face, this is a skinwalker, Plarium. What are you doing? We need more support in there. You already gave us a fusion for the barbarian faction ages ago, and that really helped us with that specific faction. So I'm not saying that is not welcome, but we need something for skinwalkers as well. In terms of skills, guys, I actually have that pulled right here. Now let's have a look. Is this champion gonna be worthy? Is it worth it for us to go and get him? Since it's a fragment fusion, guys, are usually pretty easy, but are usually really put behind paywalls when we're talking about summoning, okay? So all those summoning events, they kind of gonna hold you back. So make sure if you are interested to go in for it. In 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have double voids. Save your void shards. Save every shard you can get if you're interested to get the champion. So, on the A1, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 5% and a 50% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 5. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Decrease the turn meter by 5%. Fill the turn meter by 5%. 5%? Whoa, why is that 5%? You don't even notice that. 5%, seriously. And not even 100% chance to decrease the turn meter by 5%. Okay, A2. Rally the Tribe. Attacks all enemies. Heals all allies by 10% of this champion's max HP. Considering that he's an HP-based champion, I would assume he has tons of HP. So that means that he might be pretty useful with this. Most probably is going to go on a 3-turn cooldown since this is on a 4-turn cooldown unbooked. And heals all allies under continuous heal buffs by 15% instead. If you give him 100k HP, you're going to get a 10k heal or a 15k heal if they have continuous heal already. I don't find that like it's going to be a massive heal, but it's still pretty decent. On the A3, Clan Mentor removes all block buffs and heal reduction debuffs from all allies. I can't remember if any of the faction war bosses are putting block buffs, debuffs, and heal reduction on your team. I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they don't, I just don't get it why only those skills and not completely just let him cleanse everything, you know. Then places 2 15% continuous heal buffs on all allies for 2 turns. Also has a 75% chance of removing one random debuff from all allies. So you need accuracy for this. Probably this might go on a 3-turn cooldown if you book him. I can tell you already he's gonna need over 12 legendary tomes, okay? We're gonna see it, but don't call me Skratch if this doesn't require more than that, okay? He's an average champion. I know for a lot of you guys out there that might need help with support for that faction to beat the faction wars, is gonna come in handy. But I do not really see him being used in many different places. Unfortunately, we cannot cleanse to use him in clan boss, and it's just not feeling like he can do much. Plus the A1 gets a 5% turn meter, and that can screw you over so bad. The passive, each time a continuous heal buff heals an ally, fills that ally's turn meter by 5%. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate. So you gotta pair him with the Battle Khazar, you gotta pair him with a Reliquary Tender, you gotta pair him with a champion that does continuous heal, so you have more chances for this passive to come in play and get a better heal from the A2. Pretty much be consistent with continuous heal on all your team every single turn, and then they're gonna synergize pretty well. You'll be getting tons and tons of heal. I still think this is a very average champion. I will not put him in the mid level of legendary champions, not at all. Fusion seems like they are kind of going like that. We're getting like two good fusions a year, 3 good fusions a year, and the rest are kind of like meh. The previous one was pretty decent, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this could have been so much better. Like all the legendary champions they are bringing in the game, they are doing multiple things. Cleanse the whole team, put heals, do something. This one just removes all block buffs and heal reduction. I find that pretty weird, guys. Maybe it's just me and I'm missing something on it. My rating for it is pretty average. It does look pretty cool, but honestly, I don't know if that is enough, man. Is that enough to just go and get him, especially if you gotta open your shards, you know? That's kind of like the one thing I'm saying. Maybe they're gonna do guaranteed events on specific champions that are better than him, and you wasted your shards. But up to you guys. You're able to kind of decide for yourself to see if it's worth it for you to get this champion, it's not worth it to get the champion. Personally, I'm not such a big fan of the guy. I will probably get him just by completing my dailies and stuff, doing the events, tournaments, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go and be like, yeah, I really want this champion, he's gonna change my account, he's gonna make my faction wars huge. The reason why he's not gonna make the faction wars huge is because the last boss doesn't do heal reduction or block buffs. He does provoke and he does freeze, okay? So because of it, this is not really gonna help you there whatsoever. I wish it would have removed freeze instead or something like that and provoke, and then yeah, he could have been an awesome champion for that specific faction. But the way it is at the moment, I really don't think is something that is gonna change anything compared to a Kantra. We already had Rorik as well as the fusion here. Kantra, we have Seal of the Drakes, which once you get her, this faction becomes pretty damn easy, honestly. You just gotta time it right, revive your champions before, and pretty much everything is straightforward from here. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the champion? Am I being too harsh on it? But honestly, I don't think it's something that is more than average. I don't think I'm missing anything on it. Do let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Till then, peace and stay safe.